Hey y'all, it's Candy and I'm back with another video. I know I've been slacking on posting. So today I'm just going to do 2 videos in one. So I guess it's going to be me doing my makeup. And a lot of people wanted to hear the story about how I lost my virginity. So I'm going to go ahead and get that story out of the way while I'm doing my makeup just to make it easier. So, like I said in my very first video on my channel, before I start, y'all, I got new makeup. I went to Ulta the other day and I spent like $50, and I've been wanting to try my new makeup. So I was just like, I could do that in this video. This palette is so freaking pretty. It's the Beverly Hills Cosmetics Aurora Lights palette, and it's just so pretty, and they have other palettes that I want, and I'm definitely going to go get those. But like I said in my first video, me losing my virginity was like mostly normal. Like the normal shit happened, kind of. I mean, I don't know what y'all's expectations are in losing your virginity in high school. Like, what you expect to get out of it, or how it happens. But let's just say it doesn't always go down like how you expect it, because mine certainly didn't. I was always like, I want to lose my virginity prom night. I was like, I'm gonna lose it prom night. It's gonna be so romantic. I'm gonna go to a hotel or something. I don't know what the fuck was going on in my head, but that's how I envisioned losing my virginity. Clearly it didn't happen that way, or I wouldn't be telling this story. So like I said in my video, me losing my virginity was, I just dropped my new lipstick and I can't find it. Okay, I got it. But me losing my virginity was basically pretty plain Jane. Like, I had sex with a guy that I knew. He was one of my good friends. My virginity was basically planned. But before I tell you guys the story, I'm just going to tell you guys that at the time I was in a relationship. I was dating a guy on the varsity football team. I was a freshman in high school. It was like 2 months and 22 days after my 15th birthday. I don't know why I know that to be exact, but I've always been good with dates, like telling somebody when something happened, where something happened. I've always been good at remembering stuff, so I guess that's a good thing. But honestly, I met this guy, but when it happened, I was in a relationship, and I didn't lose my virginity to the guy I was in a relationship with. Pretty much the whole time, I was just, so it was planned. I found out, well, I'm not dumb, like, I knew that the guy that I was dating at the time was only with me for my body, and he wanted to take my virginity. He wanted to get in my pants. And, like, we ended up dating because, like, I was in a group of friends. They kind of, like, pressured us. Like, everybody in the group was in a relationship, and it was just us who were single. So they basically said, like, oh, hey, y'all, should basically get in a relationship. Me not thinking nothing of it, I was like, okay, he's cool. It could probably work out. But it didn't necessarily go that way. So we started dating, and then the funny thing is, I have all the messages from when we dated. That's really weird. I don't ever keep messages that long, but it was hard to delete them because the situation itself was too funny. But yeah, so we started dating, and everything was going good. Like, we were talking every day. I mean, this is when I was more on the shy side, and everybody who knows me now, well, I'm not even shy around people. It's just that I don't really talk around people I don't know. Like, if I don't know you, you're going to think I heavily don't fuck with you, because I don't like anybody until I actually get to know them. Like, that's just me. I don't know if that's a bad thing necessarily, but I'm just that person. I don't mean to sound like a bitch or anything, but that's just the way I am. Like, if I'm not, like, heavily fucking with you, or if, like, one of my really, really close friends aren't heavily fucking with you, then I most likely won't like you. So that's how that went. So the dude, I knew that he wanted to take my virginity. It was, like, pretty obvious. Like, he just wanted to get in my pants. Like, I was a freshman, he was on the varsity football team. Like, what the fuck would he want with me? He could have any fucking girl at this school, and he's choosing to fuck with me. So why? So obviously, I'm not stupid, so I made some connections. I put 2 and 2 together, like a female shall, and he only wanted to get in my pants. So it was like a secret revenge plot. I remember going to my grandma's. I don't know if it was over a break, or I don't know if it was just like the weekend. But I distinctly remember going to my grandma's house, and my grandma lives a few hours from where I live, so I went down there for the weekend, and I ended up staying there. So the guy that I lost my virginity to, like, we were really good friends. We became really good friends because I had only met him in one of my classes, so, and we became really good friends after that. So we started texting. Like, he had my number, he had my Snapchat. So we started texting, and then he started telling me, like, how he wanted to fuck with me. Well, like, not fuck with me, but he wanted to fuck. So he knew I was a virgin. Like, I mean, I didn't hide the fact that I was a virgin. I was like, I was out. Like, I was out with it. Like, when he asked me, I was like, I'm a virgin. I mean, he didn't care. Like, I mean, honestly, no guys really care about that shit anymore. Guys just want to fuck. So I told him I was a virgin. He didn't care. And then while I was at my grandma's house, the night before I came home, it was the night I came home. We were talking about it. And my mom had came to come get me and my sister. And then we went back home. So my dad was working at the time. He got off at like 2 a.m. So we didn't leave my grandma's house until like a little bit later because my mom wanted to like end up on our side of town like right before she had to pick up my dad. I don't know why, I do know why. But she just didn't want to have to wake up like mad late or early, if you want to call it, because my dad gets off at like 2 or 3 a.m. So she didn't want to get off like mad late. Well, she didn't want to wake up mad late or mad early, whatever you want to call it, to go get him from work. So she was just like, let's just get on the road before we have to pick up your dad. And I was completely fine with that. But it turns out that my mom had gotten really tired, so she was just like, let's drive home. So we ended up driving home, and shit, I'm sorry, I'm everywhere. I just can't see all of my makeup in one box at one time, so I gotta take some of it out. But we ended up, I'm just gonna turn this way some, but I don't want it to be crooked. Okay, no, okay. So we're just gonna do that. So we ended up going to get my dad. And no, actually we didn't go get my dad. I'm lying, haha. We ended up leaving because my mom didn't want to stay up too late. So we're just like, we'll go. And then my dad said that he'll catch an Uber home. So we went home. And then my mom was sleeping and my baby sister was sleeping. My baby sister was like maybe 5 months at this point. And my mom was all like, I cannot find my beauty blender, like, for real. I don't ever lose that hoe, bro. Looks like I'm using this funky ass beauty blender. But yeah, so my sister was like 5 months at the time. We had separate rooms. So the night I lost my virginity, me and him planned it out. I was like, okay, I'll see you at this time. And yeah, he came to my house. I live in an apartment. So we kind of just like, he came to pick me up. And then we chilled in the house. This wasn't even the first time that we hung out in the middle of the night. it just ever so happens that guys always want to hang out with me, like in the whole fucking hours of the night, like 2, 3, 4 fucking M. And I be knowing what they be wanting, but me being stupid, I go. Because, you know, why the fuck not? I know y'all think I sound like a hoe saying that. It's not like a hoe-ish. I was just like, I'm young. I mean, really, like, what the fuck about it? What's gonna happen? What's the worst that can happen? So, I went with him, and we started hanging out. We started talking. I mean, we both knew what we were there for because we had talked about it. So, we kind of got into a conversation a little bit, and then he was just like going in the back. I was like, yeah, okay. I just jumped headfirst into it. I wasn't okay. So it was like up to this point, like before I was 15, I was always like, oh, my virginity, I want it to be special. But it was at that point to where it was just like, okay, I don't really give a fuck about, you know, saving myself and all this other shit. I was like, it's pointless, it's stupid. So I was just like, okay, let's just, you know, get it over with. And so I basically did. I was just like, let's make it happen. He was like, I want to have sex with you. I was like, okay, let's make it happen. So he came to come pick me up, and I was all whoop-de-doo, rockin' daisy. And then we got in the back seat, and it was kind of like, we didn't use a condom. First round, we didn't use a condom. So it was like, nah. So it was nice. We started going. Let me remind you, I was 15 and I lost my virginity in a car. Like, backseat of a car, to be exact. And I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, does it really fucking matter? To me, it didn't. So, me and this dude, we got it going on. I'm not going to be like all these other girls. Like, everybody's like, there's a big rumor about your virginity. People always like, it hurts. Mine didn't hurt at all. Like, I mean, it was hard to get in, but it didn't hurt. Like, the pain was tolerable. It was just like, okay, a pinch there. But after that, I was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with me. Just did the dirty. So while we were having sex, it was, like I said, it was in the backseat of a freaking car. So we got into doggy style, and I was like this on my head. And then my head was like on the window. But it was like, the back seat was kind of small for both of us, so obviously accidents are gonna happen. I hit my head on the window. Like, I mean, I never said anything, because like, I didn't want to just like spoil the moment. Hold on a second, I'm gonna hit my puff bar right quick. I didn't want to ruin the moment. So I was just like, okay, just keep going. I was like, I'm going to take this little knock in the head and, you know, just say fuck it. So we're having sex, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we had sex like outside the gate to my apartments. Like, there's a little parking lot outside of my gate to my old apartments. And that's where we had sex. Like, literally anybody could have like come and gotten their car right beside us, and they would have seen us doing the dirty, like right there. But little me wasn't thinking then. I'm just gonna tell you, to all you people who haven't lost your virginity, don't lose your virginity in the backseat of a car, because that shit is like hard to accomplish. Like, car sex is fun. Like, I've had car sex multiple times. It depends on, well, I'm not gonna lie, it depends on what kind of car you're in, whether or not it gets complicated or any shit like that. So we're having sex in the backseat of the car, and then oh my god, I just realized, me losing my virginity, we had sex for about a good 2 hours, like before he nutted. I don't know if I should say that before he came, I don't know. But we had sex for about a good 2 hours before he finally finished. And then right afterwards, I don't remember which one of my friends texted. I texted one of my friends. I was like, just had sex. And then they're like, ah! I was like, ah! And after that, he was like, you want to go another round? Well, actually, when he nutted, he nutted on my ass. but then we lost the nut. Like, we could not find the nut. Like, he pulled out. What we thought. We were confused at the time. Like, because we didn't know whether he pulled out. Because the nut was lost. Like, he nutted in my ass, and then we couldn't find the nut whatsoever. So we started searching for it. We were looking, like, all down here and everywhere else in the car. And, like, the nut had squeezed in between the seat. Like, in the crevice of the seat. And that was so bad. It was bad, bro. This makes me sound like such a hoe because I don't do this shit anymore. Like, right now, I haven't had sex in almost 6 months. So, I mean, that's good for me. And it was all like, okay. So we found the nut, and then we decided that we wanted to go in for another round. So, that'll be it. It wasn't bad. Like, I mean, everybody's always like, sex is different when you love a person, and I'm gonna say that is completely true because I have had sex with dudes, and it just nothing ever, like, I wasn't really deeply interested, I guess if you want to call it that, and I've had sex with a few people. As of right now, my body count is I can't even think of all these niggas' names. I used to know all these motherfuckers' names, but now I don't because they're just fucking irrelevant. Like, anybody I had sex with before I was the age of 17 don't count. Like, fuck you, we didn't fuck, we weren't in a relationship, we were never talking. Once I turned 17, I started all the way the fuck over. So, since then I've been in the past year, I've been in 2 relationships. And that's it. Like, I haven't really been in a relationship. I was just like, I didn't want a relationship, so don't come at me with that relationship bullshit because it'll just get your feelings hurt. And literally, that's how I felt about everybody. Don't come at me with the relationship bullshit because if you piss me off, it's gonna get your feelings hurt. So I stopped talking to like hella people. Even to this day, the guy that I lost my virginity to, he hits me up and he's all like, I want it again. But I've been telling everybody, like, literally, I don't want to have sex with anybody. That's been my reply to everybody. I don't want to have sex with anybody. The last person I had sex with was actually pretty fucking cool. He goes to my school. I don't know exactly if we're friends. I mean, I don't think I would call us, well, kind of, yeah. I'd call us friends because we hung out a lot, like, while we were, like, having sexual relations with each other. We hung out quite a bit, and he ended up being pretty fucking cool. So I just started fucking with him heavily, like, as my nigga or a homeboy, because before that, he couldn't be all that. Like, honestly, the most thing was, like, I stopped having sex with him because I turned 18, and I didn't want any potential cases. I was like, I'm about to turn 18. I was like, I don't need to have any sex with anybody who's not 18 or older. So that, like, once you hit, like, 18, your priorities and your mindset change about having sex with, like, people younger than you or people your age. It just gets different. Everybody knows that I've never liked guys my age, but that, like, changed, like, once I turned 18. It was, like, really strict. I was like, okay, not having sex with anybody who's not 18, because potential case, I'm sorry, I just got makeup in my eye, potential cases or I actually didn't want any kind of drama. I was just like, all drama, exit out. I was like, I'm not going to be in any drama this year, which I haven't been in any drama. I don't want any drama. I don't want to have trouble with anybody. I was just, as long as you mind your business and I mind mine, we're going to be good. Like, we're cool as fuck until you piss me off. Like, pissing me off and crossing me is like a whole different level. because I get mad, disrespectful. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I'm gonna say fuck you and that bitch, fuck you and your mama, fuck who and whoever. I know that's a bad like trait to have, but it was just like I don't give a fuck who gonna, oh shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck who gonna stop me, basically. Like, I used to fight everybody, but now I'm all like, I'm calm, mellow, like, I'm really sweet now. Like, everybody told me that. They're like, you're too nice, you're too sweet. I'm like, yeah, I know, and that's what makes you motherfuckers think you can cross me. But best believe, Candy is still up in here, and Candy will still whip your ass. No ifs, ands, or booties about it. But I mean, yeah, me losing my virginity was revenge sex. I mean, I know it's a bad thing to say, but I mean, fuck it. 2 tears in a bucket. Yo, I'm doing my makeup, and it's like, I'm out of concealer, so I have to use this Anastasia palette, and it's like, it doesn't have my concealer color in it, it has my contour color, so I have to blend these fucking colors together to make me look beautimous. Y'all, actually prom season's coming up, and I actually need some people to practice more makeup on. Like, not even gonna lie, it would be so much better if I had my beauty blender. I feel my mom stole it. She doesn't have her own beauty blender, so I gotta feel she really stole it. Putting concealer under my eyes because my bags are hella bad. I don't sleep. I should be sleeping right now. It's like, I don't even know what time it is. Shit, I know it's late though. I know it's past 11, and I'm up doing my makeup when I should be sleeping. Gonna make myself look all pretty and shit. And y'all, I'm honestly doing my makeup for no reason. I have no reason to be doing my makeup. I'm just bored, and I have nothing better to do at the moment. So I just got new baking powder. Like, I was without baking powder for like the freaking longest, and nobody knew where the hell my baking powder was. I recall letting somebody in my house borrow it, but nobody fucking knows where the hell my baking powder is. So kind of get a new one when I went to Ulta. I was without baking powder for like months, and it pissed me off because I'm the only person in the house who knows how to do my makeup enough to bake my face. So the fact that somebody borrowed it and then didn't give me my shit back pissed me off. Oh, I love this. So I got a new color baking powder because I was using translucent powder before, and I love this shit, bro. I got a new brand too. Shit, what brand did I get? I got Revolution, Makeup Revolution London Deep Dark Baking Powder. It was only $8, and I got it from Ulta. Ulta has really cheap products when it comes to baking powder. I paid $8 for that, and then like a bigger bottle was only like $12. So just make sure. Everybody knows Ulta has really good makeup. Ulta doesn't fail to have really good makeup and makeup products and makeup brands. I just say that if you're going to get any makeup for anywhere, I suggest Ulta, Sephora, or MAC. I don't go anywhere else to get makeup. I have Sephora gift cards, I have MAC gift cards, I have makeup gift cards to everywhere, and I don't. Not to everywhere, to those 3 places, but I don't get my makeup anywhere else. Of course, I used to, obviously, being younger before I knew how to do my makeup and all that, I was getting makeup I was using drugstore makeup, and it was still really, really good. Like, it worked for my skin tone. I was buying drugstore foundation. Actually, I still have it. My drugstore foundation. True Match by L'Oreal. It's oil free. I get really, really oily, so, and I had the powder to match it, but this is like pretty much all gone. I faithfully use this. I love this. Like, no questions asked, no ifs, ands, or buts. I recommend that makeup powder to anybody. They come in all shades. I know it's really hard for people to find makeup for their shades, especially us darker women. I'm not calling like anybody out, like white people, this, that, but especially us darker women, it's hard to find makeup that matches our shade, and it's actually a really good product. So if you can't afford like a high expensive makeup, L'Oreal Paris True Match, it is thebomb.com. I don't know where I would be without it, but I wouldn't be standing here contouring my face with this, because we all gotta start somewhere. This video was actually longer than I expected because I want to do my makeup on camera, but I spent most of my time talking to you guys. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to finish this quick, so this doesn't become a hella long video, because that is what I was trying to avoid. I always contour my nose and I bring it like in at the tip. I don't know why. Makes my nose look more structured, and I just happen to love it because everybody tells me I got a small nose for a black person. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. All black people don't have flat noses, but I guess that's just something people think, and it's weird, but I mean, you do you, sis. Go off. I don't ever contour like in here, like my cheekbones and my jawline, but I guess it's something to accomplish today because it's something new, and I never do it. So I'm going to contour my jawline as well. I don't ever wear heavily applied makeup. It's really, really rare if I do. I am not using the right brushes for any of this because I didn't want to go get my brushes. It's just something I really didn't want to do right now at this point in my life. I just wanted to do my makeup and record this video while doing my makeup and then hit the hay once I was done. I'm actually going for a really basic look today. Like, I thought I was going to do like something extravagant because I did my eyeshadow like a greenish. It's like a greenish and a turquoise is like a lime. It'd be weird. But y'all should, oh my god. The other night I did half of my face and it came out so good. And I was all like, wait a minute, I love this. And I don't have anything that actually went with that look. That was the sad part. I didn't have anything. I'm not putting on lashes. I thought I was. Don't feel like I'm gonna get lash glue. So some mascara is just gonna have to work. There's like ticking somewhere. I don't know what the hell it was. I think it was somebody clocking in my house. Shout out to us females who make all these ugly faces while putting on mascara because we are the shit. I look so cute, y'all. I didn't even put on foundation. I just put on some powder. And I look good. I actually have a few highlights that I choose to use. Because normally when I wear makeup, everybody knows this, I never heavily apply makeup. But this is the BB Catwalk palette, and I have like makeup all over it, face and eye series. When it comes to all of this, some highlight and some. It came with brushes too. I got the BB brushes to match it, but I lose brushes like a mofo. So So look good, be popping. I actually prefer my Juvia's Place highlight. Not gonna lie. From honestly being honest, I love my Juvia's Place highlight. Like, can't nobody take that baby away from me. Like, it's my shit. Ain't nothing replacing it. And I'm gonna touch my lips up with like the new lipstick I got. I just got a new lipstick. I like new, because I'm not a lipstick person, so I'm just easing in with new colors. But you guys, that is like, that's all for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and any other stories you want to hear next. I'm gonna start doing pranks with my family. It's just hard because they're not gullible and they know I fuck around a lot. I don't have a serious personality, so I wouldn't be able to follow through with the prank. But that's all for this video. Love you guys. Candy out.